Welcome to the deep dive. So, have you ever thought about, making some money online, but maybe felt a bit stuck, like thinking you need a degree or tons of experience first?
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way.
Yeah.
And this guide we're digging into today is pretty direct about that. It basically says, no, you really don't need all that prior experience to start earning from home.
Okay, right. So let's unpack that. Our mission here is to pull out the top beginner-friendly online jobs from this guide, show you some actual ways you could potentially start earning, even if you're, totally new to this.
Exactly. And what's really interesting is the core idea
Yeah.
that getting started online isn't as hard as people think. It jumps right into things you can actually do.
Right, practical steps. And the first one they spotlight is freelance writing.
Yeah, and the key point here isn't about being some, like, published author.
Mm.
The guide suggests if you can just write clearly, follow instructions. Well, businesses need that.
That makes sense. I mean, think about it. Blog posts, website stuff, emails, product descriptions.
Mhm.
It's not always super complex writing, just clear communication. Right?
Precisely. And the guide actually points you where to look, too. It names specific places like Fiverr, Upwork, ProBlogger. Good places to start looking.
Okay, but hang on. If you've genuinely never done this, how do you even apply? Do you need some kind of fancy portfolio?
Well, according to this guide, not really. The advice is pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Write a couple of sample pieces first.
Yeah.
Stuff you know about.
Okay.
Then just, store them online somewhere, simple Google Drive, maybe a free portfolio site like Contently. And then this is the important bit, actually start applying, even for the smaller jobs first, just to get going.
Get some momentum, build confidence. Okay, I get that. So moving from writing, the guide also mentions another role. It sounds more like being a sort of versatile online helper.
Yeah, the virtual assistant.
Right, VA.
Basically, yeah, an online helper, providing admin support, maybe some tech or creative help, but all remotely.
So things like managing emails, scheduling meetings, maybe data entry, that kind of stuff.
Those are the classic tasks, definitely. Or maybe helping out with social media posts, basic research. The
Yeah.
guide really stresses you don't need, like, deep tech skills.
Okay.
What matters more is being organized, reliable, responsive. Those are the big ones, highly sought after.
And where does the guide suggest looking for VA work? Same places as writing or...
It mentions a few others like onlinejobs.ph, freelancer, people per hour, and one of the big pluses highlighted is that there's a lot of demand. So it could be one of the easier ways to find, consistent income from home.
Consistent income is definitely a plus.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's VA. Now, the third path, this one sounds a bit more creative, product focus.
Right. That's print on demand or POD. The basic idea is you create simple designs, could be graphics, could just be text, like a funny quote.
Uh-huh.
And you put those designs on things like T-shirts, mugs, stickers, you name it.
And you're not actually making the t-shirts yourself or shipping them?
No, exactly. That's the beauty of it. Platforms like Redbubble, TeePublic, Merch by Amazon, they handle all the production, the payments, the shipping, everything after someone buys it.
But that sounds like you'd need to be a graphic designer, doesn't it?
You'd think so, but the guide specifically says no. You can use free tools, like Canva is a popular one. Makes it really easy to create simple graphics or just, text designs that look good. It even mentions that simple text quotes often sell really well.
Huh, interesting. So you don't need to be an artist.
Not at all.
And the main appeal of this one, according to the guide, what's the big draw?
It's framed as a great way to potentially build passive income. Because once your design is up there, the platform handles sales automatically. You could be earning money from a design while you're, doing something else entirely.
Okay, so let's recap. The guide lays out these three paths: freelance writing, being a virtual assistant, and print on demand. And these are all pitched as genuinely beginner-friendly ways to start earning online.
Yeah, and the really strong message coming through is that these are actual opportunities available, like today, specifically aimed at people who feel they're starting from zero experience-wise.
So, for you listening, the key takeaway from this guide seems to boil down to a couple of things. Start small and be consistent. You really don't need the perfect plan or all the answers before you begin.
Which kind of leads to maybe the most vital point in the whole guide.
Right.
The most important step is just
Yeah.
taking that first one, getting started.
Right. The guide pretty much says the only real hurdle, assuming you have internet, is just being willing to actually start. So maybe think about these three options: writing, VA work, print on demand. What's one tiny, realistic first step you could take today towards exploring one of them? Just something to consider.